Right then, today the idea is I want to check the oil clearance on the big ends, but I haven't got any Plastigage. But what I have got is fag paper. You do need a micrometer, or at least the first time you do, to check this, the thickness. So the thickness of this fag paper is, let's just check this zeroed first. Zero it, okay. Okay, because we've got around about 0.15, no, sorry, 15 thou millimeters. Okay, and the clearance here, it says in the book 0.026 to 0.050. That's 26 to 50 thou of a millimeter, maximum 90 thou. Okay, so it's 26 to 50. So if we've got 15 thou here, and I fold it over 4 times, that should give us around 60 thou. Okay, so that's 4. Let's see what we get. $60 thou, okay. So what we're going to do now, on the bottom bit, just drop a tiny bit of surgical alcohol. To hold the fag paper in place while we try this. Bear in mind that these nozzles are supposed to point towards the front of the engine, okay? And you've also got the numbers here. On this one I'm okay. If I wanted to get new shells, I could do this because I've got a big number 5 there, and I know the size of the big end journal because it's stamped on the end of the crankshaft. But I just wanted to try these ones because these are good. They're not perfect, but they're still very serviceable. So we'll make sure we get the notches. See those notches that hold the shells in place? Make sure you got them both on the same side. Turn it round. And if you've still got numbers on your conrods, you'll be able to see that that's matched anyway. And then just pull them up a touch. They don't need to be, well, we start by pulling them up a touch just to make sure everything's located. But they don't really need to be absolutely torqued to bits for this test, because the difference between tightening them up a lot, like we're going to do, and actually torquing them up, oh, that's already tight. So 60 thou is already too tight, and I haven't actually pulled these up tight yet. Okay, try again. We'll try with 3. But first of all, the next thing to do before we do anything else is to check that fag paper, that folded over 4 times thick fag paper. Make sure that that's the same as we started with, so that we can check that we haven't distorted something. And of course, this fag paper comes straight off, not like Plastigage. And before we had 60 thou, I don't know if I got that straight. This is 66. Try it a bit further over. 69, 67, 66. Okay, so it seems to have got a bit thicker. Let's just make sure that that's zeroed again. No, see, we lost the 0 there somehow. No, This is not very well fixed. Let's zero it again. Okay, it's zeroed. Try again. Here it says 68, 67. So it may have gained a little bit, 63. It may have gained a little bit by the through the alcohol that we put on there. Right, okay. Now we'll try the same, but with three thicknesses. Don't really need that as long as that. Three thicknesses gives us 43, 44, 42. So if we're aiming for 26 to 50 thou, then this would be fine. But we'll see if this actually pulls up tight and actually see how much play we got on there. Again, the same trick. Couple of drops of surgical alcohol on that part. Get this ready. That's in the right place. Still loose. It's very fractionally tight now, and that's, we haven't actually torqued it up completely yet. Let's make it a bit tighter. By torquing up further beyond this, then you're probably going to find it closes up by 4 or 5 thou. Look at that, yeah? That's just a little bit tight now. Which means that if we had that 40 odd thou before, with the paper in the middle, then we're going to be very, very close to maybe 35, 40 thou, which is perfectly within the service limits. A screwdriver here somewhere. Well, I've done this before anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's check to see what we've got. Bit fiddly, but like I said, it's better than Plastigage in the sense that you don't have to worry if you move the rod while you're taking the measurements. Here it says 52, 51, 49, 48. Maybe I didn't measure that very correctly. Okay, check the zero again. Try again the zero. $55. That's a bit high. Is that the right one? It's just 3. But anyway, so we can try again with just 2 and see if it comes up tight at all. Doesn't take long to do. Zero. Sometimes this moves a little bit and I don't get a proper 0. Try again. Okay, 0. So this is just 2 thicknesses of paper. This should be around about 30 thou. 28, 27. Okay. Same again. And this one, if we're right here, oops, no, do that afterwards. Do this first. If we're right here, we shouldn't feel any tightness at all. It should move freely, the rod. Always making sure you've got the cap and the rod the right way around. Remember the notches, they've got to be together. Yeah, because what happens sometimes is the numbers disappear off in here and then you're a bit knackered really. You just got to keep trying different shells until you find the right one, which can be expensive because a set of shells is 30 euros or something. What have we done with the other nut? Can't be far away, can it? Solid. Bloody typical, isn't it? Well, anyway, I won't bore you with the details, yeah? I've tried this before anyway, and that actually gives me, I find that when I torque that up tight, I've got practically no play whatsoever on there. So I'm nicely up with the limits that are specified in the book. You do need the book. As I say, micrometer is obviously very useful. It doesn't have to be a nice one like this. Just an ordinary one will do, because you're only doing relative measurements anyway, really. That's about it. You don't need to do any more than that. Oh no, here's my nut. Look, here's my nut. What a tosser. So we just quickly do that again. Put it up well tight, but without torquing it. Perfect. Right then, that's it.